Okay, so yesterday you might have been aware that the first 108 time was achieved in Billy Hatchet any percent, which is new and exciting, and it also came with its own problems, which means we can get an even faster 108 time. This was achieved by Zfans, who was second place not 2 days beforehand, and has now just destroyed Squid. Regardless, with his current world record, he changed up the route drastically, in which he just changed the order in which he did the levels. Like, there was no new levels introduced, there were nothing like that. It was just, he changed the order of the levels, and it allowed him to get world record. I'm not going to say it was the core reason, but that's what he and I think helped cause that. Now, before I explain the route, I'll just quickly gloss over the old 80% route for those who actually aren't sure. So we start Forest 1, as it's of course the first level, go to Forest 2, into Forest 3. We would then go to Pirate 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Just because, these are all very quick missions, you just get them done. After that, we then go do Dino 1 and 2. Why couldn't I count for a second? I forgot to mention that in Pirate 4 we pick up Rolly as a playable character, so that then we can go into Blizzard to do 1, 2, 3, 4 and Rolly's mission number 6. We then go Circus and do 1 to 5, similar to that of the Pirate world. After that, we then go back to Forest to do Rolly's mission there, because we unlocked the character. We then also go to Dino to do Bantams before we head to Sand Ruin, do 1, 2, 8, then 3, because we can't do 3 without 25 emblems, and we grab the 25th emblem here. After Sand Ruins 3, we then go to Giant Palace to complete the game. But this new route, on the other hand, we do it in this order where we go Forest 1, Forest 2, Pirate 1, Pirate 2, Dino 1, Dino 2, Blizzard 1, Blizzard 2, Circus 1, Circus 2, Sand 1, Sand 2, and then we go Pirates 3, 2, 5, 3 to 5, not 3, 2 and then 5, so yeah. We then do Forest 3 and 6, we then go to Blizzard 3, 4 and 6. We then do Dino 8. Oops, we don't go to the egg gallery. We then go through Circus 3, 4, 5. Then do Sand 8, Sand 3 and Giant Palace. And that seemed very confusing at first, but I'll break that all down as the reason why we do it this order, or the reason why Zfans has done it this order, and why I've also done it in this order. So we'll go through the first 12 levels and why we're doing it like this as opposed to the other method, or the old 80% route. I'm not going to call it the old route. It's I forgot to mention with this route. I think I forgot to mention it. I didn't write a script for this. Either way, this route that I'm just described is slower than the previous 80% route, and I will get to explain that now. So, the reason why we're doing Forest 1, Forest 2, and then basically all the boss levels before continuing the run, is because each boss level is spread sort of equally around the run. So you get through Forest 1, you fight the boss, you do another level, 2 more levels, and then you fight Glur. You do 4 more levels, and then you fight Topo. You then do 2 more levels to fight Moles. After 3 levels? Yeah, 3 levels. No, 4 levels, yeah, I'm really bad at counting. I'm not counting the first mission of each level. You do Salt him. And then after another 4 levels, you do what's his face, Corvo. So in that route, you've distributed each sort of boss level equally. But the problem with the boss levels are they're probably one of the hardest levels in the game, because the road to the bosses are actually kind of tough. They are, for speedrunners at least, they put up there's a lot of tech to them. With 1, 2, you have to try and avoid that bee, which can just destroy your egg, which you need for cage jump. In 2, 2, you have the cannons, and Glur, you have 2, 2, you have the cannons. 3, 2, it's just a nightmare to get to with cycles, and if you die, you're fucked. 4, 2's probably the easiest road to the boss, because all you have to do is just have good movement, and then have a good aim. 5, 2 on the other hand is the out of bounds skip, that if you mess up after successfully doing it, you basically have to die, restart the whole level. It's a nightmare. And then 6, 2, the worst one of all, where you have the risky torch jump, you have fog room skip, which can cause deaths, but it's also quite difficult due to low visibility and doing basically the same trick as out of bounds skip, but yeah, in low visibility and little space. And then we haven't even talked about the bosses. You have Aerogecko's free. You have fast Glur to deal with. Fast Glur is a risky strat. If you do it wrong, you can very easily mess it up and lose a lot of time. Topo's basically just an auto-scroller. It's slow. Might as well get it done. Moles can be absolutely annoying if you don't do it correctly. Then you have Sultim. Sultim's like the easiest boss. He's the most fun. And then Corvo. There's fast Corvo, which can go wrong if you break your egg. So doing this all over the run, it just creates a lot of stress, and maybe not the word stress, but by the time you get into 6-2, it's hard to do the tech, do fast Corvo, and then feel confident in doing so. And it's around the time you get to moles as well, which is also like, I don't like this is uncomfortable. So basically we're doing all these boss levels first just to get them out of the way. They also just add to this massive halt to the momentum that you're carrying as well. Because like, you could basically, let's go from World 2. You basically beat Glur, you get this big push of momentum with 4 fast levels, and then you have Topo, and it's like, oh, kill me now. After moles, you get a big push of momentum before Sultim, and then you get that big push again before Corvo, which is, kill me again. But in this one, we just get all the slow levels out of the way, and then all we're left with are fast levels up until 6-3. And we can't change the order of 6-3, as I've explained you need the 25 emblems for. So that's like the thing. But the reason why we're doing the levels in this order that we're doing now, or the reason why Zfans made it this way, is he did World 2 before World 1 so that he could go to 4, pick up Rowley, and do the 5th level as he is there, and then go back to World 1, do Rowley's mission and Mission 3. He then repeated that process but with Bantam, doing Snowman, Bantam, then the race, before doing Bantam's mission in 3/8 to the mountaintop. And then, just in order, 5 came last, so we just did 5, and then went to World 6 to finish up there, and then head to Giant Palace. And that just led for basically a much more confident feeling run, because you're basically just getting all the stuff that makes a lot of runners nervous done first. If you watch Zfans World Record, he said he didn't feel nervous at all because of how quickly he did Sand Ruins too. And I've been trying this route out, and I much prefer it because I'm not dreading levels that are coming up. I just got them done. It also allowed me, personally, as someone who's a bit of a pussy boy, to do some tech in 6, to actually attempt Fog Room skip in a run, and attempt fast Corvo. If this was in the any percent route, I would have just played it safe at my current level, because I just can't face that. I can't face the idea of dying in fog room skip and messing up fast corvo and losing a lot more time. So doing this now and messing up just means, oh, I only lost 40 minutes, let me reset, as opposed to, oh, I just lost a whole hour. Also, it doesn't matter which order you want to do the levels in. This is also the point of the video. You don't have to follow any route. You can do any route you feel comfortable doing, and it probably won't make that big a difference. Cosmic wants to do, for example, he wants to do 1-1, 1-2, and then all of World 2. Because he just wants to get the Angers out of the way, he wants to get Roly and the Penguin race out of the way. I think Exelor wants to mix this up a bit to do 1-1-6 in his own way, but I don't know if he's memeing. It's hard to tell with him sometimes. No offense, Exelor. I used to do it so that I'd do 4-6 later, more down here, because I'm just going around doing it with the rest of the Roly missions, but then I changed that out to the any percent route because I actually realised it made a lot more sense. But that's the point of the video. That was just explaining why the route's so different to how it used to be. You can still do the old 80% route, you can do the new route, you can do any route you want basically. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable, it won't make a big difference. It's just you're losing like 1 or 2 seconds just to flick between levels quickly in this weird order rather than going in this logical order, like go 1, boom, 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 boom. Instead we're going boom, 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 boom. No, wait. It goes boom, 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 boom. Can't believe how many times I just said fucking boom. Either way, this is the end of the video.